Okay, one additional uh, video I wanted to do for this month was talking a little bit about paganism and the holiday season. So, what do you do if you're pagan but your family isn't? And it's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, it's New Year's. I mean, from mid November through January, things are kind of up in the air for a lot of people. And I have this trouble myself, and I will admit up front I have not really effectively solved it, even though my family is open to paganism and claims it more or less as the preferred religion, the women in my family anyway. We don't celebrate as pagans. The Christian tradition is much more prevalent in the everyday holidays that we celebrate. So around this time of year, I have these wonderful ideas of doing 12 days of Yule and different things for, well, Thanksgiving. I'm not really sure how to celebrate or how I want to celebrate Thanksgiving as a pagan. Christmas is the main thing, Yule is the main thing, and then going into the new year, and I always have grand plans for that, but it never really pans out. And what it turns into is I go home for the 24th, Christmas Eve. My family celebrates Christmas on Christmas Eve. We don't do Christmas Day. And we go have a nice dinner, do the presents. There you have it, Christmas. So, I guess for this theme, I just wanted to say, I know a lot of people get very worked up about celebrating the pagan holidays for holiday season, and it can get extremely complicated if you have family, and my family is very small. You know, my sister is the only one with a child, soon to be children, and I don't have any additional family outside my parents and siblings that live here in the United States. So everyone's off in Europe, so I don't visit them. It's too far. And so my situation is relatively straightforward. Either I go home or I don't. And I plan accordingly. But if you have multiple branches to visit, multiple cousins and aunts and uncles and in-laws and the whole bit, if you have all of that, it can get very complicated very quickly. And I think many people can get upset if they feel like their tradition is the only one getting left out. So if your entire family is Christian or any other religion and you are pagan, chances are your holiday is going to get nixed, if anything does. And it's easy to get, I think I've said that several times now already, it's easy to get frustrated and resentful about that. But what I think is most important, here is the grand aha moment, light bulb, Zen message here. What is most important, and the thing to keep in mind, is it doesn't matter how the ceremony is carried out. It doesn't matter if there is a ceremony. The important thing about holidays is family. It is the meaning behind the holiday for you. If it's all about the rebirth of God, God's Son, whoever it is, celebrate that. It doesn't matter the words that you use. What you feel is more important. So if you are in a Christian celebration, but you're not Christian, you can still relate to the words. You can still conceptualize them for yourself in a different way and be perfectly happy and content with that ceremony. For me, if I can give another example, my mother tends to get very, very over fixated on the gift aspect of Christmas. And actually, so does my sister's husband. They're very fixated on quantity rather than what is the holiday really about. And honestly, every year it really just throws a wrench into things. My siblings and I, we don't care if we get a gift. Half the time we tell each other, yeah, I didn't get you anything, but I love you, right? Here, have a card, or I've tried, well, just get me an ornament, just one pretty ornament. And so every year I have something for my tree. That lasted, I think, 2 years and then went by the wayside. But what would make us truly happy, the majority of us, minus my mom, what would make us really happy would just be to spend time together. We're all together in the same place. Maybe cook a nice dinner. We'll all have a nice dinner together. Listen to songs on the radio and drink hot cocoa. I love hot cocoa. Oh, that would be the ideal holiday. It doesn't matter what denomination it is. That is my ideal holiday. Note, there's no ceremony in that. There's no gifting in that. There's no particular symbology in that. It's all about the feeling. It's all about being happy together as best as possible. Families, especially bigger families, this can be tricky, but that is the true meaning of holiday. So, as long as we remember that, no matter what denomination, what religion we are, we can all enjoy it together. And that is what I wanted, the point I wanted to make for this video, because I know people are already getting, next week is Thanksgiving, people are getting stressed out, and yeah, just wanted to say, calm. It's okay. It will work out perfectly in the end. Okay, so that's my rant on that. I hope you have wonderful, wonderful holidays. And for my last post, my last week this month, I am really, really hoping to be able to do a video on my Book of Shadows, because I've been waiting for that portion of the YouTube Pagan Challenge, and now I'm behind. But I'm hopefully going to show you my Notebook of Shadows updated in the final week of November. Okay, have wonderful holidays, and I'll talk to you soon.